So, a lot of you are wondering why I haven't been posting a lot here lately over the past few months. And I thank everybody for subscribing and watching this channel. Please, if you're new to this channel, please go over and subscribe to the YouTube channel for videos and everything like that. Entertainment commentary, regular commentary, news stories, and everything like that. And make sure you click the like button as well and leave a comment in the comment section. So here we go. Over the last few months, the reason why I've been off of here, mother's was sick. You know, she's sick. You know, 4 years ago she was diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, which is breast cancer that traveled from the breast and goes to other parts of the body. So this kind of happened in 2018. Now in 2018, you know, at that point, I mean, she was doing great. She was doing good, and you know, she wasn't in any pain. She might have been in a little bit of discomfort, but she wasn't bedridden, and she was able to get around. She was able to get around. She was able to do certain things. Up until last year, August of last year, she attended a wedding, which, you know, she was good to go. Had a good time and all that. But I would say over the last couple of months or so, certain things started to, you know, to go left, as per se. You know what if I'm looking at is a dog behind me walking back and forth. Things started to take a turn, started to go left. At one point she was hospitalized, and she was hospitalized for a couple of days for just precautionary measures, got out, was fine. You know, she had lost a lot of weight up here. I mean, frail up here. You know, and she'd been on chemo for 4 years. Going on 4 years. She tried every chemo that they can try, and also had radiation. And she was tolerating the chemo. She was, you know, tolerating, saying, I'm doing all right. Her favorite line is, I'm doing all right. I'm fighting. So, you know, I think when April and May hit, I think it started to take the toll. You know, started losing weight up top, you know, started having fluid build up. She had to get the fluid build up drained at least every 7 to 10 days or whatnot. She had to get fluid drained out of her abdomen because the breast cancer, you know, got into her liver. You know, so toward the end, it was kind of difficult to see her walking with a cane, struggling to walk. But, you know, she was walking with a cane. And you're not used to seeing that because you're used to seeing her walk around, getting around with no problem, even in her 60s. And she was diagnosed when she was 60. I think she was 63, 62, 63, she was diagnosed. So at that point, you know, she was getting around in her 60s. She was pretty healthy until that diagnosis hit. And then once that diagnosis hit, everything just started to go left, because cancer, breast cancer, or cancer at all could just do a whole physical changes to your body. It can make your skin darker, everything. She lost weight, you know, it was a lot, but you know, she battled it, she dealt with it, she tolerated it, she didn't complain, and the whole thing she didn't, and people offered to come over, try to help her with anything, she would shut that down. She would shut it down because she did not want to put a burden on anybody. You know, I would come over there and offer to help clean the dishes, take the trash out, because like around last month sometime, it was hard for her to just, you know, move around and get things done. And you can understand that. And she felt ashamed, and she felt embarrassed, and She got emotional at some point because she felt that she couldn't get around, she couldn't do what she wanted to do, and she felt embarrassed. She felt like a failure. I said, no, you didn't fail. This is not your fault. You know, and I requested a lot, saying, just get some aid up here to help you. But she didn't want that. She did it the way she wanted, to a point where she had a few, I had to come over there and help her sometimes because it just, you know. So she, buckled down, decided, she was gonna get a home health aide and try to help her up. The dietitians, they brought, you know, food over there, like healthy food, vegetables over to help her eat, help her stay healthy. So, and she was even doing the last week, she was just trying to get an application to get into a different apartment complex, until that point. So I think that Friday, this all happened last month. That Friday, I was at work and I got a call saying she's in an emergency room. She was talking and everything. She was, eating and everything. She was doing good. She got emotional because I said I'm gonna take off. This, that. She said she is putting me through. I said, you're not putting me through anything. This is not your fault. You're my mother, and I want to sit there and I want to make sure you're good. So, think Saturday I visited her, and then I had called her that Saturday night. She couldn't keep food down. Kept spitting out the food. So at that time, I didn't know what was going on. I said, well, you know what? Maybe we have to, give them nutrition, more fluid. But make a long story short, she was in the hospital at Friday. I think it was the 15th, 16th or something, July 16th. Visit her on Monday. That Tuesday morning, I got a phone call saying that, she got very sick. She was throwing up a lot, spitting out, brown vomit or whatever. And they got to a point, they said her body was starting to shut down and it was heading towards the end. So finally, I told her at the end of the day, if you need to let go, just let go. You fought as hard as you can, and no matter what, I will love you. And she said, are you sure you're going to be all right? I said, yeah. Are you going to be all right? Because that's fine. She said she was always going to be all right. So I think Wednesday morning around 4:30, I woke up, doctor called me at Tuesday night saying, well, she didn't want no aggressive treatment. Just said, doctor said, we're going to keep giving her fluids and everything, see what happens. All right. So I slept. For some reason, 2:30 I got up and I couldn't go back to sleep. I could not go back to sleep at all. I'm trying to go back to sleep, and 4:30 in the morning, close to 4:45, I got a phone call. We'll never forget. This is the call you'll never forget, saying we tried to give her fluids, her heart rate, her blood pressure kept going down. She didn't make it. That was probably the worst day of my life. And there's another, we tried to go down. I'm not going to tell you what happened past it, but when I did eventually see her, she had a smile on her face after she done transitioned. And I would tell people I never would expect to lose a parent this early, but losing a parent, a mother, you will never be the same. Okay, this is right now, to me, it doesn't seem real. It just seems surreal. It's like the post era now. It's like, not having your mom around, not being able to say what you had to say to her. At the end of the day, I told her I loved her on that Tuesday night, but she fought all the way up until the end. She said, I'm going to continue to fight. And even though her body gave out, she still had a fight, but her body just died. So, yeah, losing a parent is tough. It's hard. You will never, and I don't care what, and people say, oh, you need to get over it, you need to move on. You will never get over that. That's going to be with you for the rest of your life. You'll never get over it, but it'll get easy for you. You'll learn to live with it and live that she's not suffering anymore. And she wasn't suffering because she had a smile on her face. She had a smile on her face, and she's not suffering. And, you know, cancer will do a lot to you. Because my mom was healthy. She was healthy from 2017 up into 2017. But once that cancer hits you, it does something different. It just changes your whole body. It just makes you look, especially when you're dealing with all types of chemo. And I think that last chemo and what she did with that last chemo, I think that really just did it, because stuff started going out of control, and then she started losing a lot of weight on top and just having low blood counts. A lot of stuff was going on inside her system, and infections and everything like that. So I'm going to continue to start posting videos. I'm going to continue to do that. And if you're watching this video, thank you for the support. Thank you for the love that a lot of people were sharing and everything like that. I might come back out here and do another video, because I have another video I want to do with certain hospitals and everything like that. So yeah, it was tough, and I'm still dealing with it. I'm never going to be 100% mentally, because it just does something to you. Because I had her last clothes that she ever wore. It's still in my basement, you know. But you know, make sure you like the video, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll be back with more video commentary.